Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time live from JTH Construction Studio, where tonight we have a slew of folks in here tonight from the Legion, the VFW, and all points in between. But real quick, let me address my sponsors. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate, Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. Drink the Creek, Cedar Creek, I think they're off. They might have a makeup show between now and October 1st, but if not, October 1st is the next date, and that will be the Beatles versus the Stones and Dean Martini. Drink the Creek, Cedar Creek. They had a big weekend out there this past Labor Day weekend. Blanda Boys Lawn Care, 765-315-9656. FindHelp.org, that's Judge Williams' group. He was just in here the other day. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Stop over and tell Mark I said, hey, 765-342-4339. Wellspring, that's Bob Goodrum's group, 765-346-6661. And, of course, Stitz Comfort Systems, 765-346-0195. Keeping it nice and comfortable in here tonight. Who's Your Web Nerd, 317-640-4398. And Logan Corey out Logan's Cosmos Hair Diva, 765-318-3388. Woo! Got through that. I did all right there. So, now, on to the matter at hand. Joe Osburn from the VFW Post 1257 here in town joins us. And you have a lot of your people in here tonight, sir.
Yes, I do, Kevin.
I'm just going to turn it over to you. I know you guys got a lot of people want to speak, including this guy over here. And then Roger Coffin and the Legion's up next. So we'll turn it over to the VFW and go from there.
Well, thanks, Kevin. And I want to publicly say that, without you and Bethany, we're really trying to bridge the gap between the American Legion and the VFW. And I want to talk about my mission and vision here in just a second. But with me, I bring our staff. My senior vice is Billy Cooper. Adjutant is Deetra Tomlinson.
She's hiding.
Quartermaster is Chad Haldeman, and the auxiliary president, Curtis Zook. And Roger, the commander of American Legion Post 230, will be taking over after we're done. But we've been working in unison together for almost a year and a half now, trying to get our message out to all the veterans and stuff, and what they're qualified for and what they're not. So my mission statement, our mission is really three-pronged, to support veterans, their families, and support our local community. The vision, our post been working to improve our membership base, including all generations of veterans, to cultivate a membership that is well-versed in institutional knowledge and actively involvement at all levels of the organization and in the local community. We need everybody's input to help us meet their needs and improve our outreach programs that are here for the maximum resource to assist more veterans, their families, and in our community. And to go in a little bit more detail, I'm going to turn over to my senior vice, Billy Cooper.
Thank you, Oz. So our mission statement, as Oz has said, is veterans, family, and community. So veterans, we try to ensure that they get the benefits that's due to them. They can come to our post. In the past, we've helped veterans take care of utility bills and things like that. And of course, if the veteran's overseas, and we'll get care packages together to send to them. We can be a contact point for their family if the veteran's overseas. And our senior veterans who are in some of the nursing homes around town, at Christmas time, we get together. We have a Christmas tree that we put up. We go to the homes and get the names of the veterans. And from there, they list what they need. And we put a tree up, and all of our members and our auxiliary members, who are awesome, they pick a name, buy the stuff. We usually get together with my wife, our service dog, Oz, and some Curtis, our other members, and we take them to the homes around Christmas time. It's a real boost for them they don't get a whole lot of visitors, and we want all of our veterans to feel like, you know, they're included and not forgotten. And the families of the veterans, if they're deployed or if they're in any need, we try to assist them in any way possible. And then the community, we have a pretty good community outreach. We have a 57 fire truck that we do parades in. We do Easter gatherings in conjunction with the Elks Club next door. And we do joint ventures with the Legion as well for our veterans programs on the circle and other things like that. And so we try to reach out to the families as well and let everybody know that they're welcome. Our post is open to the public. The main difference between our post and the Legion is you need to be a combat veteran or have had hazard duty pay to be a member. But we also have the auxiliary, so you can join that through a family member, such as a father or mother who have served in combat, or an uncle, brother, one of those things. So, and like I said, our message is to reach out to the public and also to be a partner to the other organizations in town, because our mission statements are pretty close, pretty much the same. And they have been awesome. The Legion has. They have worked with us and they've carried a load for a while, but now thanks to Oz and some other people, it's more joint ventures, and we like that.
Okay.
So
let me interrupt here. There's a good man right there, Bruce McKee. Good evening, brothers. Lots of good men in that room, Kevin included. Bruce, that 4th of July committee you wanted me on. We'll have to talk about that now.
Right.
And Chad can go ahead and he can expand on some more of our programs.
You know, as far as out in the community, we have some programs that we do as a VFW post for the local community and abroad, but they all funnel into one another. And two of which I want to kind of touch on is for our younger generation growing up. We have what's called Patriots Pin. It is a one-page essay, open to grades 6, 7, and 8. You complete a one-page essay, and this year's term is My Pledge to Our Veterans. Prizes are allowed or given at time of grading, which would be 1 through 3 at post level, and we can go to state level and then national. And this year's prizes are actually really up high this year. So for Patriots Pin, if you submit your essay and you give it to our local post here, or submit it through the website that we have online, first place is 1,000, second place is 500, and third place is 300. Now, with that, just because we get graded here, and if you advance to the state, well, you're entitled to more prizes. And then I think the national one actually includes scholarships. And this year, we're looking between 5,000 and 10,000 for the Patriots Pin for a scholarship if they make it to among the whole nation. So that's for the younger elementary, and then we also have another one for the high schoolers, which is Voice of Democracy. Same kind of concept, one-page essay in their words. This year's theme is Why is the Veteran Important? And this one has, again, a lot of prizes, a lot of scholarships. We have prizes at the post level. Currently, first place is 5,000, second's 3,500, third place is 2,500, and 4th through 11th is $200 a piece. And if it gets past state, in other words, your essay beat out everybody else, and it goes to the national level, compete on the national with all the states. There's over $114,000 available in scholarships, all through the 1 through 8. And on top of that, you also have a $30,000 cash award prize. So, you know, it's good to get this out in the community, because it can really.
Does the school system know that? Did they promote that? So
they do in some form or fashion. Each school, especially for Morgan County, it's dictated by the teachers that sign up for the Americanism. Sure. I'm sure every school has a small program in mind. I will be heading to the Morgan County School Corporation and try to distribute this, and really. You don't have to be in a school in Morgan County. You can be in, as long as you are in that age group, you could be at homeschooler,
That's
you can write it, and as long as you submit it to our post website or you drop it off, you can even pick up a piece of paper that details the program and links. You can apply. So even if you're within this area, or if you're outside of the listening area where we are here, you can take it to your local VFW and they will give you the information and submit it through their side. So it's a great opportunity to get kids involved and really just push forward the thoughts for the veterans and have a continued support for the next generation. Another thing that we do poppies. I don't know if anybody remembers poppies, but they're little red flowers. We do those every year. That's for a full year.
That was in the Wizard of Oz too.
It was. We get a lot, but we do hand those out throughout the year. And obviously, the poppies is a remembrance of a veteran, and so you see it in somebody's car in their visor, or it's always a remembrance to the ones that served and are still currently serving. And with the poppies, you can donate money with those. No money is required, but it's something that money goes right back to the veterans, especially from Morgan County, as we're representing, obviously. And the last thing I wanted to touch up on was the membership qualifications. I was going to expand a little bit on what Senior Vice said. And so to be a part of the VFW proper, you do have to have a combat service overseas. As for Navy submariners, that would be the SSBN Deterrent Patrol Badge, or any time you received hostile fire pay in any circumstance. That would qualify for the VFW. But that's not to exclude everybody, because you may have served and still want to be part of the VFW, and you can. We have a wonderful auxiliary, which President Curtis Zook will continue on, but you can join that part of our post and work together. So if you don't qualify for the first one, you definitely do for the second one. And we appreciate any and all members that want to become or be involved in the community and being there for our veterans.
That's awesome.
My turn.
I think you're up, Curtis.
Well, I've been president of the auxiliary for I think 6 years now, and I just enjoy it. We just have a fantastic post. Our goal is to aid and assist the post and its veterans. We do anything we can, whether it's steak night or we have a breakfast, or right now on every Wednesday we have a card game called Got It. It's kind of like bingo with poker cards, if you will, but it's proven to be a pretty good success, and it's a fast little game. It starts at 7, over by 8, and home to watch Big Brother. So it works out pretty good. We've got the one, like he said, with membership. It's just they made it very easy to join. We used to have these people getting the DD-214, and now if they can't find it because they want to join under a grandfather, they can simply, if there's markings on their headstone or something that says they were Korean or whatever, that's suitable. They can just take a picture of it and send it to me and join it up. It's very affordable. Our dues are for auxiliaries, I think they're $25 a year. Lifetime dues are, for most people, less than $200, and you can be a life member. Meetings are the second Tuesday of every month at 7:00. But yeah, it's just it's a fantastic place to be. Come by, see us sometime. We'll help you join up. If you need some help, we can help you. Myself or Shelly, the bar manager, she's there all the time. It's a nice little place. We really enjoy it. We got a good group of guys. These guys here. Matter of fact, I think most of us, if not all of us in the room, are dual members.
Yeah.
Or members also of the Legion or the VFW. So please come by one of the places or both places and join, and we'll just have a good time.
I want to ask you, how many current members are there of the VFW here in county?
At
197.
197.
And what about the auxiliary?
I think the auxiliary was like 183. I think it was
real close.
Yeah, very close.
Very cool.
Yeah,
located right off the bypass next to the Elks.
red roof.
Yeah,
Can't beat it.
Yeah,
and of course you join the post here, and you can walk in any VFW in the world.
I was
your
gonna say,
cards.
you can go anywhere.
It's not just that post; it's everywhere. So, a lot of times I'm out and want to get a nice lunch and stop by a VFW in Madison or wherever, and they just you can just walk right in. They welcome, every place welcomes you.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to add to or anything else you want to?
I have
I'm
a couple
sorry,
things. That's
Deidre's
okay,
here.
Kevin. I'm at
You
the table
just-
now.
you
I
snuck
snuck
in
up.
there.
I did what you
Deidre's
told me
joined
to do, Kevin.
Yes, I know. I apologize. Deidre's
That's
here
okay.
To chat with us now.
Hi, I'm the adjutant, newly elected. But I was going to kind of clean up a couple of things. Curtis hit on the steak fry, which is typically the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month at I think Friday. I'm sorry, Friday, at 6 o'clock. At the post. So if you're looking for something good to eat, the 9th and the 23rd of September is a great time to come out to the VFW and hang out with some veterans and talk with them and hear their stories. Because we're always sitting around talking about stories and the fun
There's
times.
plenty of them.
That's our
There's
favorite
plenty
thing
of
to
them.
do.
Yeah, storytelling time, right?
Storytelling.
I mean, Roger and everybody can attest to that too. You sit around and tell stories. Our meetings are the second Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock at the VFW there on I think it's Josephine,
1,000.
1000 Josephine. But another way you can get a hold of us is, as Kevin has posted on the Porch Time, is our website, which is the VFW1257.org. We've recently updated our calendar, so you can go out there and look at our calendar. It's public facing, so you can see the different events that occur, like our monthly meetings for the auxiliary and the members, also the the fish fries, those types of things, any special events that are happening. So I encourage people to go out and look at that, but also through the website, you can email us. There's contact us. You then go to the email link and you can send us an email, and those of us who have access can respond to your emails if you have any questions, comments. The post website, or not website, I'm sorry, phone number is 765-342-7253.
Hang on one second. 765
342
342
7253.
7253.
If you want to rent that front room, or you just have questions, you need somebody to just get back with you, you have a family member in distress, you need resources, somebody who will answer that phone, return your phone call and find out what you need, and we'll be glad to talk to you and help you with what you need. So with that, I'll be followed by the commander.
I wanted to say something, and it takes me back. And I'm pretty sure everybody in here served longer than I did. But it's the thing. One of the things every to a man, you miss the camaraderie of the guys in the barracks or the gals in the barracks or wherever you're at. And when you're out, you're telling the stories. But that's what keeps us all together. Every bit of it. I still communicate with a couple of buddies of mine that were in Panama with me, and we still chit chat like we were there, and that helps us up here as much as it does here, And all the groups that offer this service to the military, it's needed, even more so with what we've recently went through in the last 30 years. So
It's just like you saw him yesterday. You can just pick up just like that, and
100%.
that's the camaraderie that I think we all try to attain by joining the American Legion or the VFW and the other
100%.
service organizations.
Well, Kevin, I really do, once again, can't tell you how much we really appreciate getting our message out and try to let people understand what we're trying to do. And like Deidre said, we got a lot of contact information, and we will get back with you if you have any questions or need anything.
I'm honored to have you guys in here. I mean, just first of all, some outstanding citizens from the community and your military, and some of the backgrounds from you folks that are in here are just amazing. I don't know what you're working on, but if there's anything Porch Time in the future can help with, I was talking to Lindsay from the Legion about this, love to have a military day somewhere. I know Bruce pushes the 4th of July, and he does his taps, and we stay connected with Jerry and Bruce a lot, but I would love to have an honor day for all the vets in this community. One thing that through divorce, I lost contact with my ex's grandpa, and he'd won 4 oak leaf clusters from Patton's Army, and he had shushed his mouth the entire time and never told a soul. And not long before he passed, he was pulling his medals out. He didn't even turn in to get them. He had the paperwork. That was just the type of guy he was. but we're
Right.
losing a lot of people like that.
And we
that
are.
this country never replaced, in my opinion, and I don't know if we could ever will.
Yeah.
That's just a different generation. But we need to honor all the vets.
And we appreciate that.
And I think that would be magnificent if we can get all the groups here in town together. We've got a city park, we've got a fairgrounds, we've got places to do it. We might as well, figure something out.
Yeah. And everybody keep in mind that we've got Veterans Day coming up.
Yep.
We do the program on the square,
Yep.
which Roger and them usually lead and we assist. But we also, after the program, Roger and them at the Legion, they have a chili usually, a big dinner's free. And we at the Post that night, we have a Veterans dinner. And we pass out Veteran of the Year Award and we pass out our Auxiliary Member of the Year Award. And it's a nice little banquet. So anybody in town, feel free to stop by and grab a free meal. Good conversation.
That's a good deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that really wraps it up for the VFW Post 1257. I'd really like to turn over to really a good friend is the American Legion Post 230 Commander, Roger Coffin. We really work well together and bridge the gap. So we'll just turn it over and let him introduce his staff and whatever.
I'm going to
They
hit
like
pause on this on the sound here and go to a different screen while we rotate people out, but we'll be right back. That was quick and painless. Now we've got Roger Coffin. He is the commander. We didn't want to mess that up. Of the American Legion Post 230 here in town. And I'm going to turn it over to him, just like we did for Joe, and let Roger tell you who's all in here with him now.
If you ever forget who the commander is, just look at the sign that flashes on and off all day and all night. My name on it. I feel like I'm in Las Vegas.
That's all right, though. You deserve it.
So this time around, I'm commander of the American Legion Post 230. I was also commander the last year. I was commander in 2008 through 2009. So I've been honored by the membership to serve in that position. I've been a member of the American Legion. In January, it'll be 53 years
Wow.
of continuous membership. I got home from Vietnam in August of 1970, and that same year I joined the American Legion. I've been a life member from the beginning. I'm also a life member of the VFW. And it's been very enjoyable. And you're right when you commented about the camaraderie among veterans and soldiers, no matter where they served or what their duties were, they developed a camaraderie among themselves. This just happens coincidentally that this weekend Actually, it started today, and I didn't know it was going to. I'm having a reunion of soldiers that were in my unit in Vietnam. They're coming from Oregon and California,
Wow.
Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Carolina, New York. They're all coming this weekend. And got any places I can park them, might let me know. That might become a problem. I'd like to say that General Osburn, his officers, been very nice to accommodate my group of veterans, and we're going to have a meal, steak dinner Saturday evening, VFW, and they've hosted this event before and worked out really, really well. Expect to have a lot of people this year because the COVID died down, and that hurt us a great deal. And really, that epidemic hurt our organizations. I'm sure felt the impact of that. Also, I want to mention that for the first time, really, in Morgan County, our American Legion Post hosted a gathering of Vietnam veterans celebrating Vietnam Veteran Day, which is March 29th of every year. This never did get much publicity, but we took the opportunity to celebrate that, and we invited all the Vietnam veterans in Morgan County, and we had a really good turnout. The room was full. I want to mention that our Legion Post, the dining room downstairs, is a smoke-free environment. There is smoking permitted in the bar. Of course, upstairs, we'll rent the facility for their parties and anniversaries and wedding receptions. It's all smoke-free too. And we're able to provide a bartender for people who want one when they rent that facility. So the building and premises has worked out really well to enable the members of the community and the other veterans organizations to carry on in a really great environment. Commandant of the Marine Corps League's here tonight, Gerald Brown, and I'm not sure he was a member when we started this. My first term as commander in 2008, we honored the request of the Marine Corps League to meet at our building. So they have their meetings upstairs building. That means they don't have to rent a building or a space or maintain a building, try to own one. We provide the insurance. That was our effort to strengthen the camaraderie and the brotherhood of all the soldiers. Got really well. With me tonight, I'm with him too. Josh Scully. He's here with me tonight, and he's the commander of the Sons of the American Legion. Kenny Lavender is here tonight. He's the director of American Legion Writers. They also meet Legion Post. So the thing to remember, I think, one thing to remember, standpoint of the public, our Legion Post and our VFW Post was not created to provide a venue for cheap beer. And sometimes that beer is not so cheap. This organization, nationwide, tries to generate money. And with that money, we support local charities. and veterans organizations. I believe personally that over the last few years, the Indiana Military Museum in Vincennes has been overlooked and neglected by veterans organizations as far as supporting it financially. And there's many people have never visited that museum. It was created by one man. His name was Joe Osburn. And he was never in the military service himself. He's the curator. Developed that museum without paying anyone on the payroll. He's never had a payroll. All been volunteer effort.
Through donation, yeah.
So our Legion Post supports that organization. I believe the VFW does too. If they didn't, they will. The Sons of the American Legion contributed. Hopefully will in the future. But that's one thing that we do. Now we, for a long time, supported a Boy Scout organization, but that organization terminated its activities, so we're not involved there. But we support Boys and Girls Club, Boys State, Christmas lighting downtown. We donate flags to people who need flags, and our flags are worn out. Like the commander said, VFW, or Curtis, we co-sponsor an Easter egg hunt with the VFW and the Elks Club. We contribute gifts to veterans that are in nursing homes in our community, and we're involved in high school awards programs too. Sometimes awards, sometimes scholarship. I think we gave $1,000 in scholarships this year, and it's in our budget. When things get in our budget, they get done every year. So we've donated to the Senior Center, Tunnel to Towers. The Legion contributes to the Veterans Memorial. And I just happen to be president of that. I have very good board members: Phil Deckard, Kevin Kent, Bob Strader, Belita Frishy.
And Bob just said hello just a few minutes ago.
Well, Bob's essential. If I have any kind of problem at all, call Bob.
Yeah.
So if you don't have Bob in your cell phone,
I was going to say, I think most of the community does that.
oh, well, hope so. Maybe that's why he's so tired sometimes when he comes in. We have a Veterans Relief Fund too, where we come and try to rescue veterans. It's a hard time. We support Wellsprings Ministry, Churches and Mission, all of those things. Which leads me up to mentioning that our organization and the VFW permit people to gamble and play bingo. And they say, I-13 bingo, you know. Makes a lot of enemies. But, you know, this bingo's open to the public. And, you know, I know the public wants to support our organizations, and they're really proud when they stand out there by the memorial or on the square during a Veterans Day or Memorial Day. They're proud to be a member of a community that supports our armed forces. And they could help us carry on these charitable contributions by coming to bingo every once in a while. We're going to have a treasure hunt game here very soon, and it's going to be open to the public. Those pots will get up to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000.
Last time it was up to $50,000 the last time we had it open to the public.
Bingo's tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, that'll be auxiliary.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah. So some people think that they have to be a member to play bingo or treasure hunt. Up in the future here, in a few months, maybe, or weeks, treasure hunt will not just be available for members, but for the public. And that we want to do that because there's some programs here we would like to support stronger, like the scholarships for young people. We could come in stronger with those scholarships, and hopefully keep our young people educated, headed in the right direction. So that's what the Legion's all about. We have entertainment there for people, since Frank Sinatra's gone. We need people in the public to come and sing karaoke and buy beer or hot Coke. And sometimes periodically we'll have a band. So anyway, that's well, I think I mainly should contribute. I will tell you one thing I was very proud of. We haven't had the opportunity to do this recently, but during the flood, you remember the flood, 2008, I was commander of the Legion Post then. I wanted to do something to help. I wanted the Legion to be part of an effort to help people survive this awful thing. So we furnished meals for the city workers. We carried them out to the city workers so they didn't have to stop and come in and eat. And we did that for as long as we needed to. And I was glad we were solvent enough and squared away enough to be able to do that. Well, maybe if you have some questions, I'll answer them, but I think.
My own personal thought is the community needs organizations like you guys. Obviously, what all you're involved within, the list you just went over, and the VFW same way. To me, that's what small town America is all about, and we need more of that. And so we need the people, the community, to get behind you guys more, show up, as they say, and join up. I know there's veterans out there like myself that aren't members of either. And it would be nice to get us all rounded up and put us underneath one roof again and help the community in more than one way, clearly. Scholarships and all sorts of stuff. That's amazing work by both groups. Sure.
The thing I want to mention about the Morgan County Veterans Memorial, if you're a soldier, no matter what, where, if you live in Minnesota or South Dakota, you're entitled to have a brick there. Anyone who wore the uniform as a member of the armed services can have a brick there at the memorial.
How much does that cost for the brick?
$80.
$80 for the brick.
Yeah. Kevin Kent will install it.
What about the banners alongside of the road? Is that you guys also?
No, that was Ron Rose Sr., Rose Signs.
Road did that.
Yeah, he passed away.
Okay.
After that, it has not been done by
Okay.
We're
anybody.
getting ready to revive it.
Okay, I like that. That's pretty good. Pretty cool deal.
I don't know who's going to do it, but we're trying to get it revived.
We're going to call Bob.
Bob, if you're listening,
You can get Bob.
I might know a guy that does banners. I'm just saying. So,
Well, his Ronnie Rose son's quite willing to carry on
Sure.
his dad's project.
Well, for your information, he's getting ready to retire. That's my cousin, so I know.
Roger, who else you got with you today? Do you got anything else you want to add, or we want to let the Marines speak now?
Well, not if we've got the full I better let him.
He's outnumbered, but I don't think he minds. That's what they're used
How
to.
he's Kenny Lavender.
That's my dad.
I know. I used to run around. I used to live.
They call me Ken.
Not
That's
too
they
far
call.
from Kenny Lavender, and that was his dad, I guess.
Yeah, my dad's Kenny. I'm Ken. So, as you all know, I'm director of the Riders here. I've been a member of the Legion for over 10 years myself. Military for 22 years, Air Force. I did nukes. So, I worked on nukes, worked on the space shuttle. I did all that kind of stuff. So, but as a member of the Rider Director, my first year doing this, it's been a job. We do a lot of, we're actually a ceremonial troop on wheels. We do a lot of funerals. We do a lot of bringing the flag in for ceremonies and things like that. You have to be either a Legion member, auxiliary member, or some member to become a rider. And we would love to have more riders. Right now, we're around close to 40 riders right now. If you ever seen us, you've probably seen us leading the Fall Foliage Parade. We'll be leading the Fall Foliage Parade again this year. Also, you've seen us bring in the flag in the fairgrounds with in 40 Spirit 45. So we kind of go with them. Then I also like to bring up that we have our meetings are on every Tuesday, second Tuesday of the month at 7 o'clock. Also, our bingo is the third Wednesday of every month. So, and this year, our 9/11 ceremony at the fairgrounds will be involved in that, and that is at 8:30 in the morning if you'd like to be there. As you also know, that we do scholarships along with the Legion. Also, we do a Vietnam ride, and I don't know if you all have seen our Vietnam ride. I think a member of the you guys rode with us, VFW rode with us too on that. All that money goes directly to Vietnam veterans. Not a dime of it is spent anywhere else. So if we got a Vietnam veteran in need of anything, utilities, food, housing, you name it, come to us. We will help you. We have the funds. Also, we do, as you know, do support also our scholarships. We just handed out a $500 scholarship about 4 months ago to our school. That's about all we do. We actually do a lot of coordinating, as we call it, the Legion family. So we try to coordinate with everybody to get us involved together. And then also we do a lot of coordinating with the VFW too. So Easter hunt and all that stuff.
Now, don't you guys help out with Bruce sometimes too?
Oh, yes, we do. We do a lot of help with Bruce. Yes, we do. That's along with Fairground, bringing in the flag. We just did his 500th. We did that ceremony on that.
Yeah, taps on the square.
That's taps on the square, 500th. We also do a lot of funerals, and I hate to say that, but we do. If anybody who is a Vietnam vet or a veteran of any kind wants to ride us or ride them in, we will. We'll be honored to escort that veteran into his final resting place. So, you need anything, please holler at us at the Legion.
Awesome. A lot of good there. Are you next?
Yeah.
Yeah, either or. Yeah.
John Scully.
Yeah. Well, as Roger was saying earlier, I didn't realize that it was just cheap beer when I first signed up as an American Legion member.
Mm-hmm.
And within the first couple of years of being there, I realized that I could do something else to benefit the Sons of the American Legion. And being the Sons commander, I feel like we're in a really better spot than we've ever been in a while, is what I feel like. And basically, the Sons is a civilian-based organization, and you cannot be a Son unless your dad or your grandpa or your grandfather has served with an honorable discharge. But you can be an adopted son, you can be a stepson to still be a part of the Sons of the American Legion. And as of right now, we have 376 members, and it's $40 to be a member, and all you have to do is bring in your dad's or grandpa's or grandfather's DD-214, and we can get you signed up, and we can get that started. We basically, our goals for the community is we like to assist the Legion, number one, because that's how we got here, is because our fathers did what they had to do to make us a part of this. And then we we serve legions, the veterans, veterans families, and then the community. That's our main focus for the Sons. And we have same thing as the V. We have a community dinner. We focused on steaks for the start of it, and we may move off of it a little bit just because we're getting into the fall months and stuff like
Can't
that.
go wrong with steaks. Though.
You cannot, but we did it back to back with the V, and I didn't realize we were doing that, and we don't like to compete with each other. We like to work with each other. And he talked about the 9/11 thing that we're doing, and that's
through the fire department. We're coordinating that right now with the fire department.
Awesome.
So,
yeah,
Chief.
And it's just we like to do fun things around there. We have karaoke. We have tons of events that we do. We almost have some type of event every Saturday night, whether it's bingo, bands, or not bingo. Sorry, karaoke, bands, comedy show. Yeah, we did a comedy show. Yeah. We have a Rib Fest coming up on the 24th, which is in honor of one of the veterans that we just lost at the post, is Larry Lambert.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Rib Fest, and it's $7 for a wristband, and we're going to have everybody out there who wants to cook. You just come out there, and we'll supply you the parking lot, and come on in, and we'll have a good time.
Sounds like a good day. I'll eat some ribs too. Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Your vote counts.
Right.
There's one thing we need to mention before, and not neglect to say this. Not every community has an honor guard
Right.
that will appear at the funeral site or grave site or a ceremony and present the American flag. We're lucky to have such. Members of that honor guard come from VFW, come from the Riders, American Legion, Auxiliary Organization, the Sons, VFW Auxiliary, all the organizations participate. Rain or shine.
They're there.
Here, I tell you, as a community, we have to really be proud of that.
Yeah. Very much so. Well, I think you're up now.
Yeah,
you're up now. I don't want to.
You're next now. Now you got the hot seat.
Thank you for your talk.
Normally they're first in, last out, but today they're last in. So,
well, I'll introduce myself. My name's Dale Brown. I'm the Commandant of the Marine Corps League.
move that mic over to him a little better so he can, if you would, sir.
The Marine Corps League, which is Detachment 1367. A little bit of history about us. We've been in this community about 13 years. Terry Weddle and Bob Waters got the charter going, or the detachment going. We're currently made up of around 37 members. We have about 11 of them are Vietnam veterans. We have 2 Korean. Of course, the World War II is pretty well gone. And we have associate members. The detachment, we meet the 3rd Monday of each month up in the American Legion, up on the 2nd floor. A little bit about the Marine Corps Detachment. We're part of the Marine Corps League. It was chartered back in around 1937. We're actually chartered by Congress.
Wow.
And we're not national. There's many different types of organizations. Just like the VFW, American Legion, a lot of other veteran organizations, we try to give back to the community. We support the youth. We have scholarships. Last year we gave out 6 scholarships to seniors in the Morgan County area, $1,000 each. We Voice for Tots, which was a Marine Corps Reserve, we got it approved, and we, in conjunction with Church and Missions, collect the toys for the Morgan County area, and we keep it in our community, and Church and Missions gets it out. We did about $13,000 worth of toys last year back to our community. We try and work with all the other organizations wherever we can. One reason, the Marine Corps League, of course, to join, you have to be a Marine or FNF Corpsman. and we have associates too. Individual can join with that, and we do different things within the community. We send out gift cards to active duty Marines who are deployed. We sent about 200 last year. We find active duty Marines, and we send them a $200 gift card out there because some of the young military members are kind of struggling, unfortunately, out there, especially if they got a family. In the past, which we haven't been able to, with Mel Roden, he mentioned that we try to get up to the VA and visit veterans up there, but that's been kind of shut down and get a little difficult to get up to the VA and visit. So we're hoping to get back into doing that. We're doing flag ceremonies, or the 13 floats, explain to the elementary children the 13 folds of a flag. We have done some details, burial details, but again, we're kind of small and we're trying to build back up. So any Marines out there, we'd like for you to come and join us, and especially get some young ones in. We sponsor a golf scramble, which is part of to help us make money to do these activities. And currently, we are raffling off a 30-08 salvage with a scope, stainless steel. It's about $1,000 weapon, and we've been set up at the different things. One was Perrigan Homecoming this last weekend. We're going to be at the Colonel Botter this coming Saturday. And then we'll be at the Fall Foliage, and it's open. I think we've got a couple at the gun shop, which is up in Cloverdale, which is our sponsor. And we sell the raffles, and what we generate from that helps us do a lot of different activities in the community.
You guys always have a booth at the fair also, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We set up the fair. We sold a raffle at the fair also. We'll be in the parade. I don't know.
Lots of good work. I don't know. I said I'm honored by having you guys in here. I hope those that have not served understand the meaning of the people in this room and what they represent and what they did to get this point in their lives, and everybody around them. This is the backbone of our country. That's how I've always looked at it. Every branch, I know we will needle each other till we're blue in the face, but that's what we do. And we can do that because we can. But when it comes to it, we love everybody no matter what. And
when they need us, we're there.
You don't want to get between us when we're rolling in the dirt. So, but I mean, groups like this are what keeps our country's heartbeat going from day one till now. And I as we move forward, and that picture there says 1,000 words. When we move forward in time, there you go. We love the VF. That's brain chills. Hi, Josh Brickleg. Is that Natasha? Because I can tell a story about her. But...
What an ass.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, Wayne Sosserman. From my understanding, he is a member. He was a Marine during World War II. Yeah. I'm gonna give a little story. I'm the trustee up at All Christian Church, and I mowed the graveyard out there, and of course looking at the graves and this stuff. And I noticed a tombstone that was in the graveyard. It was his name was Charles Paul Stevenson, and it said buried at sea, March of 1945. So I did a little research on him and found out it was real interesting, just from our area, and his name is up on the square. He was with VMF 214, which was Pappy Boynton's squadron, on the USS Franklin, and it was toward the end of the war, and this was the closest any carrier had been to mainland Japan, and they were doing a mission catching the Japanese coming out in preparation for the invasion of Okinawa. And he was aboard the carrier, and a Japanese bomber came out and dropped two 500-pound bombs onto it. And anybody out there, if you could watch a documentary on the USS Franklin, it's a really interesting story, that he was killed. So we requested a medallion from the VA, and we did a ceremony. We got the local newspaper, and our own high school did an article on it.
That's fantastic.
And that's one with the Marine Corps League. I mean, there's always that rivalry between all the branches. But like I told my kids when we kid around, it's kind of like a high school rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when hits the fan, we're right there for each other.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes our country great.
As long as we all understand that the Air Force still has the best chow halls on the planet.
I'm sorry, guys. We
all think that's
I'll agree with you on that one.
And
The only place you get a frozen Snicker in the middle of the desert.
I was in the middle of the desert. I know what you're talking about.
And not to sidestep everything, but what we talk about is the camaraderie between the Legion and the Marine Corps League and the V. We have the honor flight that's coming up this week, and we all have donated to that honor flight for this month. And we're sending people from Morgan County to go see their fellow departed friends that they lost
Overseas.
And so we do that a lot. We were doing that a lot, and we're trying to engage more for stuff like that to find veterans a new way to find themselves. You know what I mean? And it's great. When I talked to Curtis about it, we had a 15-second conversation, and Curtis just said, "Let's go." That's all we got to do.
What all we got represented here tonight? Army? Who's all Army?
Everybody knows I'm Air Force.
Air Force. The only Air Force. Navy. We got the Marines and the Coast Guard. Majority of my Army, but and the thing is this: I got buddies that were veterans in Navy and Air Force. Everybody needs to. I think now's the time to grow it. You got to have a lot of people. 30-year war. We basically just went
We need
through.
younger members.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need younger members. Our older members are getting few in between now.
Yeah.
So I hate to say that. So we need our younger members in all organizations of the military.
One thing we're going to try to do, just put it out there, is that we're going to try to get, they have, as the Boy Scouts and so forth, we're going to try to get the Marine Corps League has what's called the Young Marine Program. It's along that line, developing leadership and everything. We're going to try to get that program going within Morgan County. And then one other, which with the town, is to request to get the Marine Silent Drill Team / Drum Bugle to come and perform maybe during the fall foliage. Now, this takes a couple of years to make it happen.
Oh, that takes time.
But those are a couple of things we're trying to do, give back to the community and get interest.
I remember a few years, or back when my dad was still alive, he was Army when he was younger. The fall foliage would have the Marine Corps band play at the high school the night of the fall foliage. I don't even know if we do that anymore.
I don't think so.
But I mean, that was one of the most coolest things I'd ever seen, and that was just spectacular. But I love to have those guys come back. They were outstanding in what they did. So a lot of good in this room. We raised our right hand many years ago, and we're still defending for and aiding the country we love.
Even though some of us be retired or whatever, we never lose our oath.
Yeah, it never goes away.
Yeah.
Never goes away.
We also have a Morgan County resident, Sammy Davis, who is a Medal of Honor recipient, graduated from Morgan High School. Not to mention.
Very cool. Lots of good. Anybody else have anything you want to say? Anybody else want to come back on mic for a little bit? I'll gladly give my seat up. Curtis, you got your, clearly.
Curtis don't have nothing to say?
He's busy.
Leave me alone, guys.
Me and Curtis didn't serve, but we were first class seamen at one time in our life.
Roger, what a group you have. Bunch of outstanding people.
I'm just part of it.
Between you and Joe, you guys have some just amazing folks, and what you do is needed, and the community loves you guys and respect you guys for what you do for us. But we need more of them. We need any of you young vets out there. I know Jerry Vest does a battle buddy group, and Bruce has a lot of connections. If you guys are looking for a home and want to feel that experience of hanging out with your fellow soldiers or sailors or Marines or Air Force, contact one of these fine people from either group, because that's what we all miss. We miss the BSing with our buddies when times are tough, because they're the ones there for you. As I say, got your six. That's why they're there. So get a hold of one of these fine folks, and you never know. You can make a difference still.
I mentioned that Saucerman better.
Yeah.
FEMA.
Yeah.
He was wounded quite a bit of time. Cover. Many places that can. Covers were.
Far and few between.
There were 8,000 Marines killed.
Yeah.
22,000. Just about, just a little over a month. But I just want to get it in there to find great member.
I had said something to Lindsay when she was on air one time. I don't know what the numbers are, and maybe you guys do, but are World War II vets that are left in county.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's
it's
low.
low.
You count on handful, maybe.
See, and I had said something to her. Getting them on air would be tough because I know some of them. It'd be tough to keep them focused, for lack of better words, But I would have loved to, or even still future, love to do something for the 5 or 10 of them that's left, because we're losing them. And
As fast as the world.
when you listen to Bruce on those Friday evenings and he's going through names, and you're just amazed, and to think that someday, very soon, you're not going to have any more World War II vets with us. And I don't know what the number is, but if any way we could work that, I'll be willing to help. I know Lindsay would too.
We only have
Get them
one.
all in one room, and we'll come put them on air and talk to
Yeah,
them.
we have one that comes in still regularly.
One.
But yeah.
That I don't know of.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Wayne's very articulate.
Yeah. And sometimes they don't want to talk, and I get it. If they just want to sit and say, hey, on camera, and just let us say, hey, thank you for what you did for this nation. And, that might be the cliche-ish, but that might be the last time they hear that, too,
Absolutely.
They deserve
Absolutely.
it, in my opinion. I don't know. If it's something you guys kick around and think we can pull it off, we'll gladly show up with a mic and a camera. And like Bob said, this is one great team. So,
Absolutely.
Roger, got anything else you want to add?
No, thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
No, thank all of you. I mean, I serve, but we're the backbone of the country. Y'all know that. And without us, there wouldn't be. And that's why thousands raise their hand each year and go in. And someday they'll be old like us, sitting here in front of a mic and telling stories, because that's what we do best. So, well, Roger, thank you. Joe, thank you so much on behalf of the VFW and the Legion and the Riders and the Marines. Anybody else I missed? I apologize.
Son.
Yeah, auxiliaries. Someone. All
Don't
right.
forget me.
You're all right over there in the side.
Okay.
You good?
I'm good. It's good.
I don't know if he's betting the horse track there or what.
I was trying to get
Every
through,
15
but-
minutes it was going off.
I was
It's like,
trying to
what's he
get
got?
through.
Yeah. Well, he lost. He lost.
Right.
That's why. They're calling because he lost.
Right. We want that money. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. And if there's anything else, we do fundraisers here, and I know you guys do a lot of that. It'd be neat. We do a golf tournament every year, but it would be neat. We do it in the spring and for a scholarship. Love to put something together later in the year, like this time of year in the years coming, with a combination of everybody.
Do an annual event.
Find something and give them the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Scrape some off for each of us if you want, but it doesn't matter to me. Send it to the VA, send it to the Wounded Warriors or Battle Buddies or something. So we'll work on that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys so much. Roger, thank you. Joe, thank you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Do a fishing tournament. Yeah, there you go. That'd be fun.
Want to run it?
There you go.
Yeah, it sounds like it's rigged already.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think I'm done now for the week for shows wise, but who knows? Beth's probably got something lined up for us. So we will see you guys soon.
Yeah, thank you guys.